February Fools, peace and power, family. This is Ayadria, and the title of this video is February Fools. Now, am I calling anybody a February Fool? No, because due to the law of divine oneness, what happens to you happens to me. So, the question is, have you been a February Fool? Okay, I'm here to raise consciousness and talk about that. The truth is, we have all been fooled and bamboozled, period. So, we've been fooled and bamboozled for thousands of years. But the good news is, we've been here for billions and billions of years. So, several thousand years, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we regain our consciousness and do a little better than we have been doing. So, February Fools, there's a lot of things that goes on in the month of February. Okay, a lot of things that goes on. Today is February the 3rd, but the calendar says January the 30th. Okay, so you might find that hard to believe, but month, the word month, the root word of the word month is moon. We, for billions and billions of years, we recorded time with either the sun or the moon. Okay, so the new moon was on the 27th, and the first day of February was actually January 28th. So, according to the moon, which we've always used. So, the real second month of the year is April. Okay? So, what does that mean? That means that March and spring is really the new year. Okay? According to this side of the planet. Okay? Other sides of the planet, it's 7-11. And we'll talk about that. So, because we've been thrown off, okay, February the 1st actually started on January 28th, okay, and January the 1st actually started on December 29th, okay, so this throws all of our sciences off. Let's take, for instance, my birthday, okay, so according to the Troglodyte time, my birthday is 9/14, September 14th, but according to the moon, as well as the months, the time frame of the months, and the start of the year, which is March, my birthday is actually 7/9. Okay? So if you're using numerology to actually gain some insight on my numbers and the vibrations of my numbers, as well as my life path, I need to then put in July 9th instead of September the 14th, because if I put in September 14th, that's going to throw me all off. Okay? It's going to throw me all off. It's going to confuse me. We have been so fooled, so fooled when it comes to our sciences and the actual time. Okay? But I am so not finished. What else happens in the month of February? Women everywhere get amnesia. And they start celebrating Roman holidays. Okay? We need to give February back, to the Troglodyte. February 14th is not our day. And whatever day that Sweetest Day is on, that's not our day. We need to give that back, because women everywhere, they've been catching amnesia. The men, their mates and men in their lives, probably been doing stuff the whole year round, but if they forget that month, then they go nuts and crazy. And it's totally unnecessary, because that's not your day, okay, unless that's your real anniversary day. But you should not be expecting things and holding people accountable for giving you gifts, putting them in a prison. No one likes to be in prison, and it actually causes doubt and fear, which are lower vibrational frequencies. Even with the men, they think that their woman is going to leave if they don't give them a gift. You know, and the woman think, oh, does he really care about me? Doubt, fear, you know? So those cause lower vibrational frequencies, which brings us down, and it also interferes with our real purpose in life, okay, which is happiness, okay? If you stop celebrating these Roman holidays, then your happiness will increase. Like, and, you know, it's like not even like putting blame on people, because everybody wants to feel special. Everybody wants to feel like they're cared about and everything. But you need to start remembering what has been done for you throughout the whole year, and just ask yourself, has the brother been a good brother, or has the sister been a good sister? You know, are they good friends to me? You know, are they doing other stuff? You know, and just ask yourself that, you know, and not on February. Just ask yourself throughout the whole time you're with that person. Why are you equating February with the time for someone to actually show that they care? Because people can be like, they can lie, they can be non-sincere. So, you know, we as conscious people, we want to give February back to the creatures, because it's not ours. It's actually a Roman holiday. Okay, you can research that on your own. So, what else happens in February? What else happens in February is Black History Month. Black. Let's take a look at that word. First of all, black is a word that is a troglodyte word. It's not even our word. That's another thing that we need to give back, because it means pale. It means blanco in Spanish, pale, and even in French and only English, the etymology of the word black is pale. So we have traded places, and we need to trade back. Some people say that, oh, Kemet means the land of black. No, Kemet means Kemet. Okay? You don't want to equate a lower vibrational tribe. This English language is such a low vibrational language, and it takes bits and pieces of other languages, and it just clunches it all together, and then some of it casts spells on people who are unaware of the language and the purpose of the language. The purpose of the language is to cast a spell and to trade places with the real wealth of the world and the real people who have real currency within them. That's what it's for. So, Kemet, we are the only people that, America is the only place that actually use that word. Even if you see a person who has really dark skin, okay, they're in Africa somewhere, or in India, they don't call themselves black. Okay? They actually identify themselves with their tribe, not their skin color. We are the only people that have been bamboozled to identify ourselves with our skin color. Okay? And what we need to do is nationalize and find out who we are. Ask our elders. Just randomly ask them. You don't even have to try to ease it in. Just randomly ask them if they know. You know, who their grandparents are and their parents. You know. So we are the only ones that equate or identify ourselves with skin, and erroneously, because you don't call the trees black. Okay? So, I mean, my hair is black, but you don't call the trees black, and I don't call myself black. Okay? I call myself who I really am. And even negro, okay? Even negro. That is negro. You know, the translation of stuff is just it's just to try to identify what the word means. But like I said, English is the youngest language, and it's the most lower vibrational language. So all other languages came before. So yeah, you definitely want to make yourself aware of Black. Find out who you really are and your nationality, and then identify yourself with that. We then start celebrating Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, all the people who are right around this century or just a little bit before this century. But we often forget about who we were, like in maybe the year February 1000. Let's go back there. So, who were you in the year February 1000? Who were you? Who were you even before that? We've been here for several billions of years. Let's remember that. Let's remember who we were and what we did. Well, what were we doing? First of all, we were very wealthy because we were living in abundance and in our purpose. And what does that mean? Well, we weren't being charged for land that we have no hand in creating. Okay? We weren't being charged property taxes. Air, free. Water, free and clean. We knew how to clean the water. And the air was not polluted with chemtrails. Okay. And the sun was not hidden by chemtrails. So we got our gold from the land. We got our copper from the land. We built our homes from the land and not the trees, because the trees is what make you breathe. So we were abundant. We had wealth. We had our families and we had our tribes. So we lived abundantly. So that's the thing. Someone had asked me, well, how is this helping my, because I brought you the Money 101 and Money 102 series, and someone had asked me, well, how is this helping our people? And first of all, it was bringing awareness, and I stated that we want to go back to our ancestors' ways of living as a community and even communal living. Okay, we want to go back to our ancestors' ways, and we want to break away from troglodyte ways. Okay, we want to break away from that, and that's what I am focused on doing, breaking away from that, because it's causing nothing but a rift in our relationships and in our people, in our community. It's causing nothing but a rift. And so we want to go back to our ancestors' ways of how we originally lived. Okay? And we want to also make sure that we are actively inventing things and creating things, and we want to take supreme technology with us, because we shouldn't have to suffer. You know, our ancestors didn't suffer. You know, it's written all over the Kemet walls that they didn't suffer. Okay? They had supreme technology. We can have that too. So that's what I'm doing. And if you want to know more, you can go to copper.aboriginals.org. If you want more consciousness, you can go to Conscious State University. I am extending the registration period to May, so you have until May to register if you want to know more consciousness. You want to be more conscious. We will be talking about the brain, how all of its functions and subliminal messages, how they actually affect the brain, and they affect you and your thinking, and then when you go out in the real world, and how you react and interact with people. So we want to raise consciousness. A lot of things that you see on television and a lot of things that you hear on the radio are all subliminal messages. Okay, everything that you see and hear is 100% vibration frequency. Okay, so we'll be talking about that, and even for the people who try to decipher things, like movies and stuff, and try to see what the movie is telling them. First of all, my question is, why do you even want to know what a lower vibrational entity is telling you? For what? Why aren't you creating your own life and your own reality? You need to realize that life is really what we make it. And you need to understand and know how to do that. So if you understood your own destiny and your own control of your destiny, you would definitely be too good. You would think you're too good to actually try to decipher someone else's movies and creations and lies. Okay? And furthermore, I stated this before on Facebook, your brain doesn't have a separate department that separates lies and truth. Okay? Your brain is like a computer, literally. Okay? So when it takes in information, it takes it in as truth. Because why would its owner lie to it? Okay? So, like the computer, you might find two different answers for one question. For an example, if we look up mushrooms, okay, one side of the internet might tell you mushrooms are alkaline and they're healthy for you. The other side of the internet might break down the chemical components of mushrooms and let you know that it's fungus and it's yeast. It's like yeast. It's like the same thing as fungus. It is fungus and it doesn't grow in sunlight, and it grows in waste. So, do you really want to be eating fungus and waste? Like foot fungus and yeast infections? That's what it's like. It's like eating a yeast infection or foot fungus. So, that's how the brain is, okay? It just takes in information like a computer. The computer doesn't tell you this is a lie and this is the truth. The computer just tells you what the programmer programmed it. So you are the programmer, and you're responsible for the frequencies that you let in and the information that you let in. So if you're letting in lies, your brain only sees it as truth, because why would it think that its programmer is lying to it? When we were created in this our purest form. So we weren't created with brains that have different departments for separating truth and lies. So subliminally and subconsciously, you're taking in all of that information as truth. And now consciously you might try to separate it, but the subconscious is much more powerful and higher than the conscious. Okay. And at Conscious State University, we talk about that. We talk a lot about psychology and the brain and what you should be avoiding and things that you really don't know about. Okay, we increase you and increase your knowledge. Okay, so you can go there, and like I said, I extend the classes, and the website is copperedaboriginals.org, and if you want to learn more about what I'm doing, you can go there and take a look into the website. Meanwhile, I leave you in peace, my dear family, and power.